Salutations Space Cadets, and thank you so much for landing back on my channel. For today's mission, we'll be going over the August 8th, 2023 patch notes for DC Dual Force. So this one just covers some general gameplay changes and some bug fixes and stuff like that. So remember, they did say that they're going to be more so focusing on bug fixing right now and pretty much going kind of MIA until they really cover a lot of some of the major bugs in the game, which I do feel like is the major problem right now. Is just getting making the game, playable. You can't worry about balance changes if you can't even play the game in the first place. So they're really focused on that. So give them some time. I know a lot of people are screaming about the balance changes, but they'll get there. They literally just started trying to do it. They literally said before that they're starting small, and they'll, as we get more feedback and things like that, they'll show more things. So just give them a little bit of time, but we're just gonna go over the general changes they had. There wasn't too big of a shakeup. The biggest thing being that there is a new comic that dropped. Right now, I'll show you right here real quick, just the, what's this, comic number 2, Origins Part 2. All right. This one's going to include things like getting the bursting boom tube, getting the card back for the closed beta player. So if you participated in the closed beta, you got this card back, the one with the Batman and Robin in the background, for participating. So it looks like now everyone's getting that. Man, now I don't feel as special, but it's whatever. And you also get 1,000 dual coins. So they did say it's gonna be an ongoing effort of adding comics every week. So some of them I believe will be free, like this one, so anyone can get it. And then a few other ones will be behind the subscription paywall once the subscription comes out. Alright, so moving on to the general changes. Like I said before, there's not a bunch of huge things to go over, so this will be nice and quick. I'm just going to go over just like the most notable ones, honestly. And there's one big change that could make this card viable. But first and foremost, they fixed an issue where the turn timer wouldn't activate for the second player. I have experienced this bug before. Essentially just like, I do my turn, and then it goes to their turn, and then it just never ends. And it's just like, wait, what? Oh no, the other way around actually. Actually, it goes to their turn, and then I go to end, and then their turn never ends, and it just goes all the way to 0, and then we're just sitting there. I thought it was me. I was like, my internet's pretty good, but apparently it was on them. So that's good to know. Also, there was like this controversial interaction that happened in the game. People weren't sure if it was a bug or if it was actually intended. Some people were told it was intended. Some people were like, no, it's definitely a bug. But Mercy Graves had this niche interaction on pretty much only one turn you could do this. So it was kind of leaning more towards a bug, but it also made sense for it to work this way anyway. But Mercy Graves was able to lock you out of your double silver turn if they like replayed Mercy Graves in the same turn. So like essentially like it's your double silver turn, then you played Mercy Graves 2 times like by like a grappling hook or something like that, and then you pass it on to your opponent, and then your opponent wouldn't be able to play any cards because Mercy Graves does read that it locks you out from playing the lowest resource. So it doesn't really make sense on the silver bronze turn because your lowest resource will always technically be a bronze, but on the double silver turn it's pretty much the only possible turn you could have the same lowest resource at the same time, which is double silver. So they did confirm that is a bug, and they have fixed that issue. So luckily no one was really abusing that. I've only ever seen it happen to me by accident, but I didn't realize what was happening. I just thought I got bugged or something. But yeah, that is the case. But the potential big change and making this card actually kind of relevant is a change to Lobo. So now Lobo the mark on Lobo will now appear on the target. Now it's not really confirmed or not if your opponent can see the mark now as well. Hopefully not, because I feel like a part of the card is so it's secret to them. It does literally say secretly place a mark on your thing. So I'm assuming the opponent can't see it. But if the opponent can see it, please do make sure you mention that bug in the Discord in a respectful manner. But yeah, this is going to be potentially big with Lobo, because before Lobo is just so unpredictable. I know it works flavor wise, but like you not knowing where the mark is, where to focus your attack, they're just like, no way, because you have to kill the target with Lobo themselves. So if you don't even know what target it is, you might just end up killing off your Lobo trying to find out which one's the correct one, and it can be placed on leaders. So this is a very welcome change, and this actually makes Lobo a little bit more consistent, which is always a good thing. Alright, that's pretty much it for this week's patch notes. Remember, they're having weekly patch notes where it can range from general bug fixes, balance changes, and things of the sort. So remember, you're not always going to guarantee get a bug fix or like a balance change in a given week. This is only from, they can give you both, they can give you none, they can give you some of them, who knows. But they are saying they're going to patch the game each week during this beta, so look forward to that. And if you want to see more content from me, you can make sure to check out the different playlists that we have there. I have a playlist for a bunch of meme strategies. One that's going to be posted soon is a bad unending ruin deck, so where we're trying to use Zatanna's spell Otherworldly Communion to draw 2 guarantee actions, being the unending ruin, and trying to mill out our opponents. So that's going to be a fun one. And we also have another little series going on where we have a deck spotlight showing off a little bit more of a actual viable-ish type decks. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also, leave down in the comments below what kind of changes would you like to see to DC Dual Force, and that you hope they implement as well, and what type of content you'd like to see from me. But without further ado, thank you so much for watching my channel. I'll be blasting off, and I'll see you soon, Space Cadets.